My name is Azra Muhammad and I'm from Group A. So today I will presenting question 1 with my friend Fana Shafika. So the first part, which is I will explain for the ID is equal 21 and 22. So the first thing is we assume that the parent process identifier is assigned, which is ID is equal to 21. So when the parent process, the ID is equal to 21, the child process, which is PID1, is equal to 22, PID2 is equal to 23, PID3 is equal to 24. So for the output generated, so we look back at this coding, which is for the first if statement, which is PID1 is equal to 0, which is this statement is not true. It's not true, so that it will skip this if statement and then it will go to the else statement. For this, it will print the operating system. Next, we will go to this if statement, which is PID2 is equal to 0. This statement is also not true because PID2 is equal to 23. So it will not print this and then it will skip to this else statement. It will print the difficult and also it will print the but interesting statement. So for the generated output, which is for the ID 21, which is it will print operating system, difficult and but interesting. Next, when the parent process is equal to 22, which is for the child process PID1, the PID1 will become 0. So from this coding, when the PID1 is equal to 0, you can see from this if statement, when PID1 is equal to 0, it will print the I love. And then when this statement is true, it will not print the else statement. And then it will skip the rest because this if statement is already true. So from here, the generated output is I love. So for the ID 23 and ID 24, my friend Fana Shafika will explain about it. Thank you.
Hi, my name is Farhana Shafika and I will be continuing from where my friend left off. Next, we refer to ID number 23. For this ID number 23, PID1 is already changed to 22, just like it did in the parent process ID. And PID2 is now 0 because right now ID 23 is referring to PID2, so it is now referring to the child process, and hence why PID2 is equal to 0. And the output, the generated output will become operating system and also class, because when we look at this coding, if PID1 is equals to 0, which is not true in this case, so we jump on to else statement. And that is why it will execute the printf function to print operating system as the output. Hence, the printf function is executed and class is printed in the output. Next, we refer to ID number 24, which is also equals to the child process PID3. Hence, it is why PID3 is equals to 0, while PID1 and PID2 has their own respective value, referring to the parent process ID over here. For the output, let's look back at the coding. If PID1 is equals to 0, in which this is not the case. So we move on to the else statement. And when we move on to the else statement, operating system is printed in the output. And then we look back at the next if statement, if PID2 is equals to 0, but it is not equal to 0 in this case. And so we move on to else statement, where the difficult is printed in the output, and also but interesting in the output. Hence, the generated output will accumulate to operating system, difficult but interesting. And that is all for question 1. I hope you understand our presentation. Thank you very much.